Welcome to the inaugural podcast for whatever we do with this. I don't know. We don't have a name for it yet or anything.
The unofficial We Does a Thing podcast.
Basically, um, I'm Callum,
I'm Nick.
I am Naomi. Hello.
Omi with his sensual deep voice. It's like, hello, I'm
I'm
Omi.
not sure how loud my microphone is right now, so I'm sort of trying to talk closely but whisper into it. It's not. I don't know if that's just.
I feel like you should start
contradictory
advertising movies. You're like, one man, one army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This summer.
One.
This summer, coming to a theater near you, Midgets on a Roller Coaster by Martin Scorsese.
Speaking of movies,
What
or a
about-
segue,
For a segue, go Omi.
just saw a photo of Ben Affleck on the set of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was like a day or two ago.
Okay, you're a bit ahead of me, but sure. I
Yeah.
saw it just then. And that was pretty exciting for me, to be honest.
So I don't know whether or not he's gonna. Was he in costume? I don't know that.
Yeah, he was in costume, but they had like a blanket over his head, so like paparazzi couldn't really tell it was him, but you can tell it's him because he's got Batman pants on.
Being Batman pants,
You can
Like,
see the
I'm
great
totally
man.
not Batman.
like Batman pants or pants with Batman on them, like underpants with just bat symbols.
Oh, the latter would be a lot better.
These are my jumpies. I love them. Rachel, look at my pants. Yeah, but either because knowing a Marvel movie, they're gonna have that little section at the end where it shows like just a little funny scene or whatever. I don't know what you call it. It's got a specific name, but no idea. Yeah, but it's probably gonna either be in that or just have like a quick cameo in the movie,
Fair enough.
Yeah,
or he
Probably
could just
won't be
really
a
like
main
wearing the
actor.
costume.
the Joker's the main character, so it's I don't know. He could be in it pretty heavily.
I hope not, because he's already got a movie coming out.
Yeah, maybe he's like the oracle of the movie, tells him what to do and shit.
Like the Master, really? I
Yeah.
don't know.
It could
I-
happen.
I just get occupied on his chin. I couldn't look at anything else. I mean, Ben Affleck's got a strange chin.
It suits his role though, that's for sure. I'm on the side of Affleck. I reckon he's gonna look good.
I
I
like
reckon
him
it's
as an
gonna be
actor.
very, very good.
I just think for a costume that focuses on the worst part about him, his chin's so distracting. And the Batman costume, the only visible part of him is his chin.
The Chin Man.
The chin.
Crimson Chin coming
Yeah.
soon,
Half-Life
Chindo.
confirmed.
starring Ben Affleck. It's like Daredevil and Batman mixed,
So blind Batman.
pretty much. No, the Crimson Chin's not blind.
Ben Affleck isn't
It's
Daredevil.
like mixing the red color of Daredevil and his chin and Batman all together, and you get the Crimson Chin.
Okay, sure. But speaking of Marvel movies and Suicide Squad, Jared Leto or Leto, I think it's Leto. A picture of him being as the Joker got released, and the internet doesn't like it very much.
No, I don't like
Oh well,
it. It's a bit retarded.
so you're on the fence of not liking it.
Yeah. What about you, Nick?
To be honest, I don't even know what you're talking about.
What? Look it up right now. Just look up Leto
up-
Joker.
Yeah, look up Jared Leto Joker.
Jolito.
Yeah, or Leto. I have no idea how to pronounce names. I'm the worst person with pronunciation. This is interesting conversation.
Leto.
What the hell?
It's just pronounce
Yeah, I
his name
know.
differently.
It's just
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it looks like
That looks so bad.
it looks like someone's cheap Halloween costume of the Joker. Like someone tried making like a ghetto Joker with all the tattoos and then everywhere.
Yeah.
And the what are they called? Shit, forgot what they're called. The thing you put on his teeth.
Grills.
Yeah, the silver grills.
Yeah, I don't understand. I feel like though it looks like he should be part of like a ghetto neighborhood. So
What if he
the Jo-
talks like that in the movie?
That's what I'm speaking. Like, what if it? What if he
Oh
was someone
my.
like, man, what the hell's going on, fool? Harley Quinn, what the hell? Oh, shizzle.
Retarded.
Man.
It'd be pretty funny to watch though. That afterwards you'd be very, very disappointed and sad.
Yeah.
So
He's a
what
really
you've
good-
seen.
He's a really good actor though, so I'm kind of supporting him for that. I want actually because like speaking of disappointments, Mortal Kombat, the X, the new one. You both have been like religiously playing it as well, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Not
I mean, more
recently,
than me.
but yeah.
Yeah. Do you like it? Are you a fan of it?
No, it's definitely a disappointment.
Is
A
it?
It's
What,
not as good
disappointment?
as hyped up. But yeah.
what,
Yeah.
what did you like about it?
The story. Story was quite. I don't know.
Well, the story's always rubbish.
Oh no, but the
Yeah.
last one was so good. The last one was so good. It was
I mean,
really.
I came into Mortal Kombat 9 close to almost halfway through its life cycle, and yeah, I agree. The story of that was pretty rubbish as well.
We offended someone.
My
Nobody can
soul.
believe.
My soul is dying on the inside.
Like from a writer's standpoint, having actually like written a couple of scripts and that, it's not very well put together. Like the actual lore behind Mortal Kombat is very, very well constructed. Like the actual like universe and everything is very well thought out. But then the individual stories of each game are kind of a little eh.
Hmm.
Yeah, but especially the last one though. It's really weird how they end it. It just like stops.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it should end there. You know what I mean?
Like, isn't Mortal Kombat X isn't the basis story that they go against the whole idea of having to battle for control of Earthrealm? They just go screw the Mortal Kombat tournament and take
Yeah,
over
there's
anyway.
there's no Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat tournament.
Yeah,
Doesn't
so like
exist.
the basis restrictions they put on every other game since the game's come out is all of a sudden out the window. They're like the one thing we had to hold on for the reason why these games exist.
Yeah, no Elder
It's,
Gods come in and like stop Shinnok or anything like that.
Yeah.
None of that
Like,
bullshit
yeah.
happens.
But the one thing I am mostly angry about it is the DLC. Not really the like the paid for easy fatalities and that. I don't care about that. But the whole fact of withholding Goro as a playable character who's on the disc. He is on the disc and they want to charge you $8 for it.
Yeah, if you had like I don't know some more skins, he was more involved in the game.
No, I just
Shut
want like the character itself. I don't care. He's on the disc I have purchased. He's sitting on there, but there's an $8 wall that I have to break before I can get to
So
him.
you got the standard edition, obviously.
I got the I got the standard edition and I bought
Maybe you should have
Season
pre-ordered
pass.
the deluxe edition that cost 170 AUD.
the 170
Like myself?
edition. Yeah, shush.
Yeah, and our Scorpion statue level.
No, but yeah, that's the bullshit they do with that and the easy fatalities.
I wouldn't
Oh.
mind if it's just the fact that he's on the disc and sitting there. Like this is what annoyed me about Bioshock 2, because Bioshock 2 there was a bunch of DLC on the disc as well that they put behind a paid wall. It's just the whole concept of them giving you something and then saying you now own this, but there's a couple of things on there that you don't own.
In other
Yeah.
words, haha, no.
Yeah, haha. This disc has stuff on it that you don't have access to unless you give us more money.
I mean, it makes sense in a way, but it doesn't make sense at all why they
Well,
should do that.
It makes a sense from like a business standpoint of obviously the character was finished and it's a pre-order character. They thought it'd be easier to put him on the disc, so if people don't have connection to the internet, they'd have access to him. Actually, did you have to download a file to play as him? You
Nah.
obviously would.
No, I
Put in
think
a
you have
code.
to. I think you have to download the standard 100
Is it-
kilobyte unlock file.
So,
but
so there is an unlock file, so it's a code you have to type in. Oh, so never mind. My like reasons for thinking that's kind of bad. So you still need an internet? Yeah, I just
yeah,
No,
Right.
it's on disc though. It just they
It is on
make you
disc, but
download the
it is
open
on disc.
code
But
file.
yeah, it does
it's on disc, but
require
it's just
that.
it's just that unlock file.
Yeah,
That like one configuration file that just unlocks him.
yeah,
Yeah, it turns
I-
a 0 to a 1.
Yeah.
yeah. That is so annoying when other games like Destiny does that, where they've just been slowly putting in new content, and then the day rolls around where the update comes out, and it's just like an instant download. And
Mm.
wait, what's this? I
Yeah.
thought there was a massive update. Oh, it's already there.
Yeah,
What the hell?
Well, there was
Yeah.
the first massive update for Destiny, the like 6 GB one. What did that actually do? Did that just
That
Is that
actually
Made the
added.
game shittier.
Yeah.
did it?
Bloody
Wow.
RNG.
Was that even possible?
Yes.
Wow. Because I was surprised because I bought the DLC like way after the fact. It'd been out for a little while before I bought it, and it was like just like a 1 KB download. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It
I know
was.
I know Destiny's got no content in it, but that's a bit extreme.
Yeah. No, they were slowly added content over the months. Like after it was launched, they started adding content for the Dark Below straight away. Obviously including bug fixes and all that, but that's what the majority of those giant updates were. It was just partial content for the Dark Below, and they're doing
Yeah.
it for the same for House of Wolves.
I just find Destiny overall has just a lack of stuff. Like it's advertising itself as like a the next big step for like the direction which MMOs and that are going. but it doesn't have enough stuff to warrant it being called an MMO because it's just. I bought it on launch day. I bought it on launch day, but I didn't pre-order it. I bought it from
It
the shops.
it feels like an
Um,
early access game that they're just slowly working on. They just haven't put a title on it, like a
well,
very large release early access game.
well, they came out and said this was basically this was the one this was the game they're using to test the waters, and the next game would be the big one. That kind of makes me angry because I'm like, why wasn't this game the big one? You're starting a new franchise. Why not like bring out all the bells and whistles for the first one to get people into it?
Yeah, it's a bit shifty, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is.
they
Our legendary
promised
Bungie betraying us.
they promised an entire cake and they gave us a puddle of mud.
Activision.
A puddle of mud
Yes.
with some nice water physics.
Yes, indeed. But even in the early alpha and the beta for Destiny, there was personally, I think there was more content that made the game look and feel a lot better and more like that MMO that we were expecting. But when launch rolled around, it was just cut out.
What was cut out? Because I didn't. I played the beta. I think. No, I must have played the alpha. I played the one where you could get to level 3 as a max.
Yeah, that would have been the alpha. When you went down to, say, Earth or the moon, well, we didn't have the moon in the beta, but you get the point. When we went down to Earth in the beta, you always used to get your ship dropping you off at that first starting point.
Yeah,
They
I
cut
remember
that
that.
straight out because it was a waste of time.
Huh.
And personally, I think that made it a better experience because you had that. Yeah, instead of it being just you went down to the planet. Oh, you're magically here now.
Yeah, you,
Instead of it
like,
just being like,
teleport in or something. I
yeah,
remember
instead of flying down your ship and being transported like short distance instead of like what we think of as your ship is high up in orbit and you're just beamed down to the planet.
Well, I feel like there was just a lack of it feeling like an adventure game. Like they've created a universe where you could realistically explore any part of the universe you ever want to. Like there's alien races from distant galaxies or whatever, and you're exploring Earth. Yay! I live
Yeah.
on Earth. Earth's boring. Let's go to somewhere cool.
Yeah,
Oh, the
post-apocalyptic Earth
I
where
was- yeah.
aliens control all of it apart from this one city.
Yeah, there's one thing in the sky.
Yes,
I was
exactly.
really
Earth.
surprised they stopped
Hooray.
at Mars. I thought it was gonna go to like Neptune and shit, but then there's only 4 worlds. And I was like, wow.
3 worlds and a planet and a moon.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever,
And-
close enough.
Yeah. And even in like we got no new planets in Dark Below, and we're getting like 3 new planets in House of Wolves.
What are the
2 of those
planets?
you can only get in Crucible, and one
Wait,
is
there
just,
is 3
Yeah.
planets.
yeah. I think you've 3 planets or 3 maps.
Elaborate.
I think it was no. I think it was 3 new maps.
I know there's
Yeah.
the reef, but I didn't know there was other ones.
Yeah. Well, the reef isn't technically a planet. That's more like an asteroid belt kind of thing or a wasteland. But one of the new planets is I think it was one of Jupiter's moons.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, and it's like you got one Crucible map on that, and that's it. And it was like I think it was
Furious
like
typing.
yeah, no, I think it was like a Cabal planet, like Firebase Delphi.
It's 4 new Crucible maps, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a video. Don't want to watch that. Trying to look for text. Continue talking, please.
Well, when I played the alpha for Destiny, like the when you got to level 3, it made it feel like it was going to start like a massive ball rolling, like it's going to be this massive adventure that you go off on, and then the game came out, and it was just that you were just walling around on the same couple of planets, going back and forth, shooting a bunch of things with no real direction or reason. Like I got to the end of the game and finished it, and I was like, okay, why did I do this? Why did my characters go F this and stay at home in his jammies?
yeah, pretty much. It's like, all right, we have to stop this amazing threat known as the Darkness, which we have no knowledge of
That
what
we-
it is.
Like the actual darkness is supposed to be like some like omnipotent presence, but we never see it or really hear anything about it apart from that it's bad.
And
And-
it controls like the Fallen and the Cabal and the Vex.
Yeah,
in
like we see
what
its
way?
minions.
Yeah.
I read a conspiracy theory about that where some guy was like, what
JFK's
if the
alive?
darkness is actually the lightness and we are like the evil? and we're the bad guys, and like the Traveler is like this all giant evil being who's telling us to kill all these aliens, if infecting their planets and like invading them. It was really interesting, but it was a long time ago, so this lore probably doesn't hold up anymore from the DLCs. But yeah,
Is the traveler actually a living thing, or is it just
Apparently so.
so it's actually alive? Okay.
Apparently,
Is it a planet or is it just like a thing? It's just a big thing that's there.
it's a big
it
thing
AI?
that's there. There's not actually a whole lot known, and as the speaker says, he's the one that speaks for the traveler. Blah blah blah. Like the only thing we know is what the speaker tells us. He doesn't tell us anything. I'll quote the speaker. I don't have time to explain.
What I don't have time to explain. Yeah,
Exactly,
everyone
yeah.
knows that. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's just lazy writing. Bungie do better.
Exactly.
What makes me angry though is some people go like, "Hey Callum, your favorite game is Dark Souls. That doesn't tell you anything of the story. Why don't you like Destiny?" And I'm gonna rant for a bit and say Dark Souls has an incredibly deep and well-written story that's just hidden under a layer of like just obliviousness. So if you want to search for it, there's mass amounts of lore there. With Destiny, there is just no lore. Nothing was ever written. No one can be bothered explaining it. They're just putting everything behind question marks.
Yeah, exactly that. You just have to find it.
I understand leaving certain aspects open for interpretation, but they're just leaving everything open. They're like, "What is Destiny?" We made we're too busy partying on our yachts to make a story.
Open
Yeah.
to interpretation. Sounds like
Absolutely.
contemporary art. Probably is actually. They're like trying to make an arty game,
Yep.
arty story.
Destiny is not an arty game or an arty story whatsoever at all.
Yeah, obviously it didn't work very well for them.
Like, speaking of like art and games and stuff, segue, I did it, done. Um, like another thing I'm kind of like really iffed about is all the AAA games that are coming out recently are so just bland and kind of monotonous, and all the independent games have all been like really well crafted, really well thought out, and really like good ideas that are fun to play. Like they're enjoyable, and I kind of want to know where the industry's going, because yeah.
Well, Slaughterhouse. That's a great indie game, I think. Best indie game of the year.
No, what was the independent game that's coming out that you murder all the citizens? All the,
Hates.
basically, Hate, that's
Hates.
the one.
I
Yeah,
think they got
that's the
cancelled.
thing. No, I think it's pretty. I'm pretty sure it's coming out again. It's been cancelled a couple of times.
You never know of indie games. They always they either just come out of nowhere, like
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Which they're now making a fourth of.
Fourth one probably going to be like 10, but
does
that
that-
shit
does that
just
guy-
gets repetitive. I don't even
Has
that's
that guy
indie
not
anymore.
filled up his swimming pool with money yet? I
Yeah.
mean,
No, he's going for molten gold right now
yeah, he's trying to fill it
Probably.
up with just liquid gold.
because he wants to be made of pure gold. He wants to be Midas.
No, but there
Yeah.
is some good AAA ones coming out soon.
Aren't they
Got-
making a? Sorry, what? Go on.
There's Witcher 3, which is going to be good.
Witcher 3 though, would you call that a AAA game? Because it's a very small studio.
Oh, is it? Who's making
Yeah,
it?
it's a very small studio in like the Czech Republic. No, it's not Czech Republic. It's like, where is it? I'm gonna look it up. But it's not a very large
CD
studio at all.
Projekt Red.
Yeah, they're actually a very small studio as far
What's
as
they
I know.
made? Oh, they just make The Witcher.
Yeah,
All right.
but that's the thing. That's not like a AAA like massive industrial game, but it's so pretty. And it's got so much work and passion behind it. It's one of the best looking games I've ever seen, and it wasn't made by a massive team. So you look at these games like Call of Duty. It's made by an incredibly large company. What is everyone else in that place doing? Like
Well,
sitting
multiple
around
large
with their
companies.
like fingers on their lips going all day.
I think it's sort of like mainstream music where they try to perfect a addictive sort of formula and they just try to add on to it, which doesn't really work every now and then, but I think that's Call of Duty's sort of stance. But with other games, yeah, like Assassin's Creed, it's... Ugh. Why? Why do they bother?
Well, Assassin's Creed, they had a massive development studio behind it, and then the game was broken anyway. And it was broken to the point of, even after they patched it, I didn't have I wasn't tempted at all to play it again.
Yeah, the bugs in Assassin's Creed kind of killed it directly.
I had such a distasteful, like, time playing it when it first came out. There was nothing that wanted me to play it again. And I'm a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games. So that was a huge disappointment.
Mm.
I've had, like, my angry rant for the night.
We could
Yeah.
wrap up.
So,
Yeah, 34 minutes.
Callum, you said you were a big Dark Souls player, and you had your rant about that. Any rant about Bloodborne?
Not an angry rant about Bloodborne itself, but an angry rant about everyone who plays Bloodborne.
Ooh,
I'm
chunks of
angry
beef.
at the fact that people who are on the internet talking about how bad and horrible a game this is, like how atrocious it is and whatever, and it's gotten some of the highest rated scores I've ever seen for both a new franchise. Well, I say new, but it's got the mechanics of the Dark Souls games. A new franchise, uh, a developer that's not particularly big in Western culture, a first party game that's coming out on a new console that sold incredibly well, got incredibly good scores, and everyone on the internet's calling it trash. But Call of Duty is a game that's absolutely rubbish and everyone plays and says they love. Like, I'm sick of games that are trying to do something new and like do something great and getting thrown in the bin, and then games that are doing absolutely nothing and just wallowing in their self pity is just getting, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Nah, I can see that. It's definitely a good game. Even though I
Have-
can't beat bloody the fourth boss, Vicar Amelia, whatever her name is.
Do you have Bloodborne?
Yeah, I just haven't beaten the
Oh.
fourth boss.
I finished it for the fourth time today.
Oh, right.
I'm on my fifth playthrough.
Okay. What else?
Yeah,
what other great achievements have you made? Why are you showing off?
I wouldn't really call it an achievement. I just call it a lack of me doing anything with my life.
How many times have you completed Dark
From
Souls so
anyone
far?
who's crap at the game like I am, that's quite the achievement to beat it 4 times.
Well, that's the problem because I understand people like it's a very hard game to get the hang of, but I do have had the experience of playing that game since Demon's Souls, so I know the mechanics. I can just walk into it and go, yeah, okay, let's do this. But I have had trouble with it's a boss called what's his name? He's like Mikolash, Host of Nightmares or something. He's a very easy boss in theory, but he's got this one move that one hits you and it's really hard to dodge. And it's a huge fight. You have to when you first spawn in, you have to run after him for about 5 minutes and chase him into a room where you can take off half his health, and then run around for another 5 minutes to another room where you take off the last part of his health. So, and he doesn't use the one hit move until the second part of the fight. So that's 10 minutes of you running around trying to take him down to 50% health. You finally do that, and then he one shots you. So you have to do it all again. It's just arduous and kind of stupid.
So you think the bosses are a little OP?
I think that boss in particular, that one move is just overpowered. Because even looking up on the internet, like everyone's build, no matter how good your build is, it either one shots you or almost one shots you.
Is this Demon Souls or Bloodborne?
This is Bloodborne.
I haven't got on this boss yet.
Yeah, he's like one of the very very late bosses. He's like the third or fourth boss from the end.
Yeah, well, I guess they gotta throw in something ridiculously hard because people were complaining it was too easy, or some people were at least, like yourself probably. I imagine you thought it was a bit easier than you thought other ones were.
No, I was never really a person saying the Dark Souls games were too easy. I just liked them because of the way they were crafted.
No, Bloodborne.
I had
Though, compared to the other
well,
ones.
even Bloodborne I didn't think was too much easier. I don't particularly like to summon in Bloodborne. I play it solo, so it was like fairly challenging on solo.
Yeah, I summoned for what's his name? Father Gascoigne or whatever his name is, and I took him out in one shot.
Her name
With
is a dude.
Oh, did I say her?
Yeah,
said him.
you're like
Oh, I apologize
No,
to
wait,
the
what?
deceased Father Gascoigne.
you're like
Who
Father
I've
Gascoigne.
annoyed.
She.
But yeah, I killed him in one shot, and then I saw like a bunch of people complaining how difficult he was and stuff, and I was like, ha, little plebs.
Filthy casuals.
So
That's the
playing
kind
with
of-
someone else definitely makes it
That's the
so
kind
much
of-
easier.
That's the one thing that I do hate about the Dark Souls thing, and I'm probably like that too. That everyone who's finished Dark Souls is up for themselves. Everyone's like, "Oh, you can't get through that boss. That boss was so easy. Oh my god, I could kill him in 4 seconds." And you have to think back to the point at which you sucked at those games too. Like I remember when I sucked. It took me so long to finish Demon Souls. It's not even funny. I think my first playthrough was like 35 hours or something.
Yeah, it's, bleh.
Yeah.
So Silent Hill.
So Silent Hill has been cancelled, quotation marks or asterisks or whatever.
I cry every
Lots
time.
of people need to. Lots of people think it's just like some big like advertising scheme. So everyone starts crying about how PT was such a great thing and how it got cancelled, and then all of a sudden they're like, we April Fools, guys. It's not. Here you go. It's out now, and everyone's
No,
like, oh, okay.
PT was the best thing ever.
I
This is my life.
Goddamn.
It's really sad. I really was looking forward to that one. I'm a very big fan of those type of games, the horror genre,
So
especially Silent
I
Hill.
like the later Silent. I didn't
Sorry.
play Silent Hill when it first came out. Like missed all the first couple of games, but I like the other ones that I played. The like later ones in the series.
Oh, the newer ones.
Yeah, like
Ugh.
Silent Hill Origins. I played a couple on the PSP that I liked.
I
They
think
were
there was
okay.
one good one on the PSP. If I do remember
Yeah.
correctly, there was one that was pretty good on the PSP, but the rest were all sort of mediocre.
Well, I've got one. I don't know. I can't see it anywhere in my games pile. I can't remember what it was called, but it was fun. I played that on the bus a lot.
Yeah, but
Not
PT
really-
was so good. PT.
But yeah, so yeah, that's gone down the drain. But the thing that kind of ruins the conspiracy theories behind it is that Guillermo del Toro and Norman Reedus both like said things about how they're sad that the project's over. And I don't
Yeah.
think it's like some marketing scheme that they'd, or maybe just like a really well thought out marketing scheme. I don't know. This is what the internet does to me. They make me all like
Oh,
suspicious of everything.
Del Toro has like a reputation for having games and then they just drop and they
Yeah.
don't get picked up.
I think he's a very passionate person, so he starts off the project very, very into it and then kind of gets bored.
Yeah, something like that. Probably because he's like, film. It's probably a lot different to the different medias and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, Silent Hill's kind of sad. Sorry. If all of us like seem like we've got silences, it's because Nick's very inconspicuously, sorry, typing stuff in the chat for us to talk about.
I don't know
And-
what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying not to type because my mechanical keyboard is fucking loud.
Oh my god, mechanical keyboards.
Whenever
Whenever
there's
there's
a-
typing heard in the video, it's definitely me.
What are you talking about? It's not you. It's someone else. It's Gregory. Gregory, shush.
Where did Gregory originate, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was while playing the first thing we did. What was it called? The cleanup game, a Viscera cleanup detail. We just found like a hole with a bunch of teeth and just wanted to call it Gregory. That is how Gregory came into being. That is seriously the story.
Okay,
That's the
so it's
first
just
name. First name. So basically, whenever we see like a hole in a game, like a bottomless pit or anything, it is therefore called Gregory. Gregory is just a portal into the abyss.
So what, the middle thing of the moon and Destiny?
Yeah, it's Gregory. Everything's Gregory. Oh, one other thing. Before we go, the last thing I want to talk about is Black Ops 3. We all like our entire... yeah, exactly. Our entire group of friends became... Well, can't really say, but I became friends with all of you through zombies, through like World at War and Black Ops 1. That is how we all met. And that was like what we did for a very, very, very long time, was just play zombies all the time. And we got really, really good at it. And yeah, we haven't really had a zombies game in a while, and there was Exo Zombies, but I haven't played it, so I don't know. I can't really comment on it.
yeah, and we started to replace Black Ops Zombies with Zombie Army in the Zombie Army trilogy.
We replaced it with a lot of games. We first replaced it with like, we're trying to find good games, good multiplayer games that we can all just have fun in like short bursts. Like Grand Theft Auto was okay for a while, but that's just too grindy. It takes too long to get anywhere, and Zombies was like an
to
instant.
play it as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
they haven't released the whole thing yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we
Yeah.
have heists now.
Whoop-de-doo, they're so great. I've had
Oh
so
my
much
God,
fun
I
with
know.
them.
There was
Crazy
so
nice
much hype
to
around
have
them, and they had so much time and so much hype, and they
Yeah.
ruined it.
Well, they didn't ruin it. They never really promised that much with the heists. They just promised there will be heists, and now there are heists. They're just not that good.
They're just
But then-
missions, and they're
Yeah. They
that's
didn't. They kept up with their promise. Their promise wasn't much to keep up though.
yeah.
It's basically like saying like, I will give you a gift, and you're so excited because I'm giving you a gift, and then I give you a rotten banana. And you're like, oh, this was the gift. I'm like, I said I'm giving you a gift.
So
But
yeah,
that's
going back
zombies.
to zombies.
Yeah. So we're trying to find like we for ages we're trying to find a game that could like go to the levels that we played zombies, and we really haven't really found anything. Like Matt and I played Dark Souls and Bloodborne. That's kind of it for us, but we haven't found anything as an entire group that we play again. And zombies kind of really is that, so we're all excited for that. And there'll probably
If
be
it's
some.
not shit, that's always the ticker right there.
Yeah, because zombies. The problem we had with the later zombies maps, with like Black Ops 2 zombies, is it started focusing more on like having a crazy story with the Easter eggs and that, than still being about the survival and having fun. So you, instead of just trying to survive and getting weapons and that, you had too many objectives to do. Like turning on the power was okay, but then you started getting like you have to build these ridiculous amount of things and go around the map all the time, and if you screw up one thing, it's screwed up forever. And
Yeah.
yeah, it became too frustrating, and you weren't really enjoying it anymore. So hopefully this one goes back to its roots, and we can all have fun.
More survival
Playing
than
with the-
story.
Yeah, playing with the zombies.
Need an arcade mode where it's like none of the building stuff. It's just you're like in a sort of Nocturne Untotten sort of styled map, and you just shoot with a box. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe perks. Throw in a
Yeah.
few perks, but nothing retarded. Like oh, what was that weird one they had? Can't remember.
The one
Yeah.
they added to every map, or
Yeah, they started. They started
Pack
like
Mule, something like that.
mule kick.
Oh, the one with
Mule
3
kick.
weapons. That wasn't that bad, but still, that sort of destroyed the whole formula because you had 3
Yeah.
guns, you last a lot
Yeah.
longer.
And they even added it to Nocturne Untoten, which had no perks at all, apart from
Yeah,
that
that
one.
was
That-
the worst decision.
That made no
Yeah.
sense at all.
Yeah. I mean,
It-
that map was known for not having perks. It was guns on the wall and the box. That's all you had.
Bare bones hardcore.
What I
Yeah,
did,
exactly.
they should have come like given it out an option to spawn in the map, but not have that. They did. If you played offline, mule kick wasn't there. But if you played
Really?
online, yeah, if you play offline, because you need to have a constant internet connection for mule kick to be there.
Yeah, more customization would be great. Not like the weird, like, started around 20, no dogs or dogs. That was all they had, wasn't it?
That was really
Like that.
weird. I thought that was a strange idea because that kind of ruined the whole taking a screenshot of the round you ended up on.
Yeah.
Like, because before I recorded games, I just like if I got to a really high round, like I got to round 70, I'd take a screenshot and be like, "Oh my god, I got to round 70." But then on Black Ops 2, you could just set it to be around 70 and go, "But look, guys, I got to round 70."
It was like, yeah, they just killed it. Well, not killed it. They took the fun out of the grind and the survival.
Yeah,
Grinding.
but hopefully, wow. Moving on.
Oh, I did think of that when I said it. Did not think of that.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know where to go from there. You've ruined it for everyone. You've ruined the internet.
Congratulations, Omi. You are now known as
Apologize.
Reddit.
What are you talking about? Reddit's great.
Well, some areas of Reddit are really good, but
Don't get too deep.
Yeah, just don't go that far. If you dig, then you will be disappointed.
/Space Dick sponsored this podcast.
What?
Morbid reality.
Thank you to Pornhub.com for sponsoring us.